Breaking update coming in less than 2 hours before the deadline expired. US President Donald Trump has announced a 2-week conditional ceasefire with Iran, describing it as a double-sided ceasefire linked to the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. He said that major objectives had already been achieved and a broader peace agreement could be finalized within the next 2-week window. He also confirmed that Iran has submitted a 10-point proposal, calling this workable basis on the negotiations that will go on for another 2 weeks, while both the sides pause the attacks on each other. We're learning that the ceasefire remains conditional and fragile, with diplomacy now racing against time. Iran has also confirmed a 2-week de-escalation after Donald Trump's ceasefire announcement, with Foreign Minister there saying that the operations will be halted, and that is a condition if attack on Iran are stopped by the United States. He went on to add that safe passage to the Strait of Hormuz will be allowed during this period under coordination with Iran's armed forces. So that is a big breaking update that is coming in, that there will be ceasefire as far as the war in West Asia is concerned for another 2 weeks. So the back channel talks will continue over these 2 weeks, and we're learning just 2 hours before the deadline had to expire. Remember, Donald Trump had set a deadline for 10 days that was to expire just at 8 o'clock Eastern time. That was 5:30 a.m. in the morning here in India. And just few hours before that, he has announced that there is now a ceasefire plan in place. Let me take you through what Donald Trump has posted on social media regarding this. He said, based on conversations with Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir of Pakistan, and wherein they requested that I hold off the destructive force being sent tonight to Iran and subject to the Islamic Republic of Iran, agreeing to a complete, immediate and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. So this is in fact one of the conditions as far as the ceasefire is concerned, that there should be a complete, immediate and safe reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. I agree to suspend the bombing and attack of Iran for a period of 2 weeks. This will be a double-sided ceasefire. The reason for doing so is that we have already met and exceeded all our military objectives and are very far along with the definitive agreement concerning the long-term peace with Iran and peace in the Middle East. He's gone on to say that we received a 10-point proposal from Iran and believe that it is a workable basis on which to negotiate. Now, this is very important because as far as the 10-point proposal is concerned, and that is a big news as well, Donald Trump is saying that it is workable for now. Almost all of the various points of the past contention have been agreed to between US and Iran, but a 2-week period will allow the agreement to be finalized and consummated. On behalf of the United States of America as president and also representing the countries of the Middle East, it is an honor to have this long-term problem close to the resolution. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So as you heard here, there is a ceasefire plan in place. There will be no bomb attacks for the next 14 days, but there is one condition, that there should be a complete, immediate and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. Let me get you more perspective and go across to my colleague and consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary. Srinjoy, there will be no bomb attack, there will be no war, as Donald Trump is saying. For the next 14 days, back channel talks will continue. What has Iran said on this?
Well, Iran has declared victory. Both sides have declared victory. And that is under the circumstances where we were looking at complete darkness. This is a very positive development. Iran has said, yes, we have won. And the forces of the United States and Israel have been forced to declare a ceasefire. The ceasefire is on our terms, etc., etc. Because both sides have to speak to their own people. And both sides have done that with these statements. Now, actually, the crux of the matter is really the ceasefire, the cessation of the bombing, the end of the attacks, which have really happened. So if President Trump says we are not going to hit Iran anymore, well, that's the first thing. The war, to that extent, is over. The second point is that the Iranians have said we will open the Strait of Hormuz in a conditional way. So that too meets the objectives. Now, what does President Trump have to say? He has said the war has been won many times. He has said that the regime change has long happened. So what else does he actually want? The war is won, the regime change has happened, and the Strait of Hormuz is opened. So as far as he is concerned, he can go back and tell his people that he has won. The Iranians can also tell their people that, look, the bombing has stopped. We have forced the Americans to step back, and we have won, is what they will tell their people. And also that we have attacked the American bases here, we have attacked their supporters here, we have attacked the Israelis here, and both sides have declared victory. And the fact is, the most important fact, that after 39 or 40 days of fighting, we have arrived at peace. Now these 14 days of peace will be very important in the sense that it will give the both sides and everyone else an opportunity to extend the ceasefire. Now that's the main thing. What is the primary objective here is to ensure that 14 days becomes perhaps 140 days. So the longer the ceasefire it is, the easier it will be to find other solutions. Of course, there are sticking points, and it is entirely possible that there will always be sticking points. But you can work towards finding solutions to those sticking points. It's easier to find a solution when you're at peace and when you're not fighting.
Absolutely. So there, for now, is the sigh of relief. There will be back-channel talks in the next 14 days. So it remains to be seen whether three of the sides, US, Iran and Israel, they will come on a table and arrive at a common deal as well. That is something that we will be keeping an eye on.